I think one of the reasons animators, including myself, struggle to stay consistent is that we start with the blank screen every single time we start. Today, I'm showing you why I'm redoing the classic bouncing ball exercise, but with the system to make sure that I actually complete all 50 sprints this year. When I thought about what I wanted to do for 2026, I wanted to lay out a roadmap. That's why I came up with this list. You can download it at this link below. Rather than start with a blank screen every single exercise, I wanted to create a digital backlot that I could use as a starting point for every single exercise. I spent time, I came up with a very basic set: character, an object, a ground, and a box, a clip, something that would start it off. I wanted to have a very clear starting point and a very clear exit point for everything that I was working on. I thought by having this as a basic starting point, I would be able to jump into every one of the exercises already having established a set, and I would have better continuity as I was moving forward. While I was setting up the backlot, I also thought that rather than just do an object moving, that I've created a stunt double, we're working on naming him, that I would incorporate him into every one of these exercises. A lot of them will have a character in it, some do not. Bouncing ball, heavy balls, the brick exercises. Rather than just have an object, I wanted the stunt double to be part of it. This also helps incorporate storytelling into these animations. You'll see a lot of people around the net that just do the basic exercises. In the spirit of the manifesto for Kudu Animation Studios, I wanted to bring joy to the process and bring in storytelling. So I introduced the stunt double as part of the set. I spent the first part of the week under the hood building out the 2D stage. I wanted a platform on the left for a starting point and a clear exit on the right. By future-proofing this environment now, hopefully I'm creating a consistent look for the entire 2026 series. It's my version of a digital backlot, one set, 50 different stories. They say you have to walk before you can run, and in animation, you have to bounce before you can fly. This sprint number 1 of our 50 exercise journey, the simple bouncing ball. But if you know Kudu, we don't do basic. Instead of just a bouncing ball in a void, I decided to build a permanent home for all 50 of these technical tests. So now here's where we get into the overkill, the kick in. I didn't just want the ball to move on its own, so I brought in the stunt double to give the initial spark of life. This adds a layer of the character interaction, timing the kick to the ball, physics. It's a simple interaction, but it's where the craft of joy really starts to show up. Watching this at speed makes it look easy, but the real work for me was the drop-in loop. I wanted this to be a seamless cycle. The ball exits the frame right, then drops back in from the top to reset the loop. Finding that perfect standstill point where the physics feels heavy, but the loop feels infinite. That's the grunge work. That's the kind of stuff that's fun for me. But we still have one major problem. The guy who kicked the ball. He still doesn't have an official name. The poll is live right now in the community tab and over on Instagram. We've got 4 finalists: Jeremy the Destroyer, Little Timmy, Nibs, and Riggs. Go cast your vote now. The winning name gets announced next week's sprint, and someone's going to get 5-inch vinyl sticker sent straight to their door. One of the things I incorporated was after the ball exited the screen, it came back and dropped from the top again. The character would come back over and kick it. The idea that I had behind that is watching a number of YouTube shorts. The ones I thought were the most successful are the shorts that just kept repeating. I thought from a storytelling standpoint, to have the short, this exercise, be able to loop would be much better. I could post it to YouTube Shorts, to Instagram, and hopefully it would be able to just continue looping. This would have a better visual appeal for people and they could watch it. I took the time to figure out the starting and stopping points. You can see where I actually put a guide in, made sure that I copied the first frame to the last, so I could start at that same position every single time. It would be a constant loop. You may have also noticed watching the video, I started off not using the onion skinning. I was just moving the ball around. Became very apparent very quickly that I needed to use the onion skinning. I'm trying to get used to that again, so I turned it on. Mostly I was using where the ball was coming from. Early parts of it, before I moved my keyframes, you could see it continuing trying to move back. It was a learning experience, one thing that I need to keep in my mind. But by being able to use the onion skinning is a tremendous help. So if you're new to animation, I highly recommend using the onion skinning. It's a flow back from the old days of the artist flipping. They could have multiple sheets stacked and they could see what was before or below it. In the digital terms, it is simply just a ghosted image, and you can define how many frames forward or backward you go. I actually set my onion skinning to go back quite a ways to the back so I could see constant flow of where the objects were moving. It really did help, especially when I was in trying to get the squash and stretch part of it to see where the ball was moving. I could decide where I wanted to stretch it, where to define the keyframes. You can see the final result. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit the subscribe button if you want to join the herd. You can also, again, go to Kudu Animation Studios, click the 2026 tab, and download a copy of the 50 Sprints list so you can follow along with me. Please do subscribe if you want to continue on and join the herd. Until next time, peace.